of the Western Michigan Broncos, and the fans have been eager for this showdown for a while. And the Broncos will put total leather and will get started. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Owls offense will go on the attack first. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
What an individual effort there by the quarterback on the RPO, because everybody was covered. He just takes off, and he shows you his ability out in the open field. He's like a running back. He's got great vision. He's got the speed. He looks so natural when he's in the second level carrying the rock. Huge gain on offense by the Q. I love it on that play.
Trying play action. Grab near the marker. It's Durr. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Rice going to work with another 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Zings it complete to the right. He'll get it inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39 before he goes out of bounds.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
They go to the ground. There he goes. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down. And the Owls kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Wants to throw on 1st down. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play. So now it's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He's got him. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The 7th play of this opening drive. They'll need to move the chains on 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Here comes the heat. Headed to the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Owls!
And they talked about it this week with us. They talked about wanting to start this football game fast. Nothing like taking the opening possession, using your script to your advantage, and then getting closer and exerting your physicality, running the football in, off to a hot start for this offense.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Broncos offense will take the field for the 1st time. Last week was a tape they'd rather just put right in the dumpster and forget about it. David, how does a guy bounce back from a game like the one he had last week?
Well, hopefully he burned that tape, because that was not pretty. That was not what they're wanting to do, man. Just turning the football over, not enough productive plays. And so how do you bounce back? How do you get started in this football game? Jesse, make it easy. Get them in a rhythm. Don't make it very complicated. Don't give them a chance to turn it over again. You don't need to put this losing streak to another digit in the column.
Yeah, I agree. I think there was 2 big things. I think, one, he was just pressing. He was trying to force the big play to happen when there were other completions to be had. So he's just got to do a better job being patient. And I think the guys around him also have to step up as well. They need to run the football. They need to get that controlled passing game going on early to get into a rhythm, as you said, to help this guy get into a good headspace here early and turn the page from what happened the last time out.
Finds the tight end. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. The Broncos are flying down the field. Jones to throw. Back open in the middle. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wideout. From the gun, the running back has it.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
We've reached the end of the quarter, guys, and Rice has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. And the Broncos come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. The run from the shotgun. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that first down. Running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
Looking downfield on first down. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone. They'll move the wide receiver. Here's the handoff. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. They tried to run the counter, but absolutely nothing doing.
And those counter plays take a little longer to develop sometimes. You're usually pulling one or two guys, and that penetration in the backfield can kill you, can get to the running back before he gets started.
They're setting up the screen. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit him with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
A first down run in the red zone. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, they try to go with the draw out of the shotgun, but just way too much penetration allowed up front. That defensive line just took that play over.
They get off the rock really fast, get in the backfield. The offensive linemen are supposed to push them upfield. Quarterback's got to sell it. Not anything really in that play in sync, and it doesn't go anywhere.
You've got great field position here. You got to pay it off. Who is your go-to receiver that can make a play in this situation?
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Jones wants to throw it. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. Both teams scored on their first possessions, but now a chance to send a message that field goals aren't going to win this game. Touchdowns will.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. They go to the wide receiver screen. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Down to 2 minutes to play, we'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over, a chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Jones to throw. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Man, the offense got away with one there. That was supposed to be a running back screen. Instead, the quarterback threw it somewhere else. And with all the offensive line running way down the field, they're lucky that wasn't a penalty.
The Broncos will try to pick it up on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The Owls trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. The give to the single back. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Going to try to get it himself. Wisely avoiding the big hit with the slide.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
They boot it away. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. Guys, we're about to get another look at this Western Michigan offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On 1st down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Finds his tight end.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Jones wants to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Bringing it back.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead. But with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they've put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal. The offense will quickly use a timeout. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advancing.
Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Owls. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And, David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Fires to the big fella.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. That should be the final play of the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, you have been calling a great broadcast today from there in Kalamazoo.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Western Michigan offense ready to go back to work. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Jones to throw. Looking left. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Great place to start for this offense. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Unloads to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. The pull and throw off the RPO. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
A great job by the defense, seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got his man. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Oh, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Rice going to work with another 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Durr. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
And these short yardage situations, it all comes down to the up front. Like, who can win the battle up front? Can you get a hat on a hat? And they do. This offensive line, they get on the D-line, they create just enough space, understand short yardage situation, fall forward, and get a first down.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. The RPO, fire complete to the left. And he'll go out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they've got it right on the doorstep. Let's see if Rice can get it in on 1st and goal. They're going to run it. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. On the option. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Owls. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
21, Western Michigan, 3.
On the run from inside his own 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Jones wants to throw it. Fires to the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Looking to fire. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Well, that is one the tight end is going to want to have back. He was wide open on that play. That's one he's got to make. He's got to be able to make that catch.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Firing to the right, complete. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. And the Broncos moving quickly to the line. To the air on first down. Lost one deep down the right side. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
I love the quick decision that QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Quick completion to the right. Makes the stop at the 30, but a big 15-yard pickup gets him out of trouble. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. That's the end of the period, and Rice is on top. This has been utter domination through three quarters, and the stats will back that up. Final stands in the game, and we'll start with the first down. Looking to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Durham.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
And the Owls can really attack on this second and short. Leaves it with the back. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. Line is set on third down. And some room to work. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
Man, you got to lock in on your keys. When they run this kind of offense and they do the replays, somebody has to account for the quarterback, and they forgot who that was, and he made them pay with a big play.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28. The Owls will snap it on first and 10. Caught behind the line. It's Durham. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. And the Owls in a good spot here with second and short. The give as they work on that clock. Not a lot there. Picks up one inside the 22 to 19. The Owls come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. Quarterback sneak there, picks up just enough to move the chains and get the first down. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Pulls it and fires to the left. Touchdown Owls! And the beatdown has ensued. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
Western Michigan, 3.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Western Michigan has it back as they send the offense onto the field. I know when a guy's thrown 3 interceptions, it's not good, but everything hasn't been bad. They've moved the ball a little bit. They just keep self-destructing.
Really nice play called by the offense, too. Obviously, your quarterback's thrown picks on his last 2 drives, so you have to settle him down. And the best way to settle down a quarterback is to get the running game going. Put it on the big fellas up front. Put it on your backs. That's a really nice run, and that should help settle the QB down a bit.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The Broncos come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Hauls it in. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Single back formation, and they give it to him. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And the Broncos have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. The sure hands, it's Marshall. Big play, takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47. They'll snap it from the 47 on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback.
And they'll take over 1st and 10.
Out of the gun to give to the back. Looking for more room. And an explosive play. Has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. And the Owls just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. Not a lot of drama in this one as they just get punched in the